Hello everyone, welcome to Inktober 2023 day 6. So I did take a day off yesterday because um I was really having a very bad mental health day. Um I had a very horrible dream. It wasn't much of a nightmare, but it really was um awful. I mean, I'm saying it wasn't a nightmare just because I wasn't screaming, but I was very, very disturbed. I don't want to get into detail with the dream because I don't want to remember it. I want to forget it as soon as possible. And I did book with my therapist, so it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. I needed to take the day off, and I did. And honestly, I feel like the reason of the dream was because of this drawing. It's so silly. So the prompt for today, day 6, is golden. And I usually just do the first thing that comes to my mind. And the first thing that came to my mind was Golden Freddy. If you're familiar with Five Nights at Freddy's, it's a character from that game series. So here I used the original Freddy as reference, only because I like this pose. And Golden Freddy is a different character, but has the same exact model, just with a golden color to it. So I decided to use really chunky, thick lines for this one. Not sure why, probably because the subject matter is very simple. I wanted to do the full body, that was my initial thought, but I knew I wanted to do this face because the grin is just so iconic to me that I wanted to definitely use this pose. I like this cheeky grin on his face. He's like showing a little tooth, he looks innocent enough, but he's also like this dark sunken eyes, and like there's something sinister going on. He's very ugly. Like you can see this is not very child friendly, but it could be question mark. It's very playing into that uncanny valley Chuck E. Cheese mascots. So if you're familiar with FNAF, hi comrade, this is nothing to you. This is literally just good old Golden Freddy. It's our fam. It's our little boy. It's our dude. We know him. It's like we don't really care anymore at this point. What's the identity of Golden Freddy? Some weird kid that's brutally murdered, probably. That's the so funny. If you don't know anything about it, that's the answer. And if you know everything about it, that's still the answer. So it's pretty clear, I guess. It's what you see is what you get. Here I pulled up a picture of Golden Freddy, just to see what kind of differences he has versus regular Freddy. And his top hat was uh, not seen, so I wanted to see what exactly it looks like. But yeah, main difference is just the fur color, and he happens to not have eyes. And he probably doesn't have an endoskeleton because it's an older model, and like their endoskeleton was different. It's a whole plot point of the show. show. Anyway, so the story of Five Nights at Freddy's is the most interesting thing about it, I think. Like the gameplay and all that, I don't even care about. The story is really interesting and so convoluted. It has a million theories about him. It created a whole genre, I guess, right? I mean, I don't know if it's the first and only one that it ever did. There was Slenderman that didn't really go much anywhere. I don't know. Like the history of this shit is a lot, okay? And if you want to learn more about it, of course, watch King of FNAF, Markiplier videos, and then our crazy boy. MatPat here has given a lot of his time and efforts into FNAF, a lot of his sanity. He's really one big trooper. Um, so yeah, these are the big guys of FNAF. And if you're deep enough on the internet to find my channel, I'm sure you know about FNAF. Come on. I mean, hello, internet nerd. I am also one of you. That was robotic. Anyway, at this point, I chose the color. Weirdly, I didn't choose the color from the get-go this time, even though the color was the prompt, basically. So I love a greenish old gold kind of style golds, and Golden Freddy is definitely old and dirty and moldy kind of gold, which we love. FNAF 1 is my favorite game, by the way. There are so many different iterations that it is comical at this point. It became a parody of itself way before it should have, and it is fucking hilarious. I mean, it has a good sense of humor. I'll give them that. But like, it is also a bit too trolly sometimes that I'm like, just finding it hard to take it seriously. But it did, eventually found himself having a AAA game. So apparently they were doing something right. Anyway, so the basic premise of any FNAF game is that there is this restaurant called Freddy's. It's Freddy's, okay? There's a Freddy mascot, and it's a restaurant that sells pizza and caters birthdays for kids. That's the thing of it. The name of the restaurant, how exactly they work, what exactly they look like, what kind of mascots are there, and what kind of murders happen. These kind of shits change all the time, and it's also very vague all the time. Just to throw you off, just to keep you on your toes, and just to get that sweet, sweet theory videos, like it is that kind of stuff. But boy, do we like them. Boy, do we eat them up. It's just so fun. Like, theorizing about FNAF has become its own sport at this point. And yeah, I fiddled with the background way too much at this point, and I was thinking, oh, I'm done. I did the highlights, I did the line art, the background. But I wanted to add just a little more, so I started to shade, and boy, did it completely change. And it became way more scary and dimensional, of course, and cuter, actually, in my opinion. And I'm glad I did, because I really actually hated this drawing before I started to shade with this chunky ink blotches, because like, I don't know, when I use like a chunkier brush, I don't want to do like somewhat of a detailed job with the shading, but when I try to do it, I think it ends up very beautiful. So yeah, I hope you like it too. Anyway, basically, kids having birthday parties. It's kind of like very Chuck E. Cheese kind of premise. There are animatronics, they sing, and then there's this purple guy who probably killed some kids and stuffed them into animatronic suits, and that's why animatronics are alive, or just they roam around and they have personalities, and they're basically monsters at this point. But oh no, they were actually kids. And maybe if you squint a little harder, you can hear them cry. I mean, it's that kind of a stuff, and it is such a good story because it is literally just monsters, but they didn't choose to be monsters. They're little kids. They don't know anything. They're just confused. They're little souls that they wanna like protect their friends. It is so cute. It is objectively cute. And hey, the branding is there, okay? The branding was there from the start, and it was very much at the beginning, it was very much kind of a joke of this kind of capitalist ploys of branding with characters, and it's cute and great, but actually it was trying to show how twisted, and I don't know, like it is a greedy ploy for businesses to make money. It's fun bunny characters. It's a fun teddy bear. Oh my god, how cute! But they just wanna sell stuff and get your money, and they create their products with the uh, least amount of money, and they sell it for the highest profit because they're capitalistic bastards. And game is like very much all about that. But then again, game itself became this, I don't know, money making machine that it made so many copies and iterations of itself that it is so ridiculous at this point. Like it is so hilarious to watch it unfold and become what it criticized. It is just, I don't know, I just take this weird satisfaction from watching it burn. Oh my god, I didn't realize I was so cynical about this. I mean, I always liked it fine. Like, I watch FNAF videos every once in a while. There are so many FNAF theorists at this point, and I love them all. They are the ones to bring actual good storytelling to this whole dumpster fire. Because if you just engage with the games, you're gonna have a fine time. You're gonna have a good time, but like, what's the funnest about the whole FNAF experience is the theory games and the community just coming up with the wildest theories and just making everything so much more interesting. It's kind of like creepypastas that people just write themselves. It's a community effort. It's a community written thing. So like the original, like what happens in the original is so like irrelevant that like the writers just keep it very vague, and the community just creates it themselves, and it is just much better than what any writer could make, I guess. I don't know, like, I guess the secret of success is keep it vague. Keep it vague so that people can just, you know, accept it as whatever they want the best, and therefore it's gonna be the best thing for them, that tailored to them, and you're gonna make a lot of money because people are gonna be obsessed with it because it is their thing. It's their creation. You didn't even create anything. You just kept it very vague, and you created just enough marketing to make it interesting, so that people get in. They get sucked in, and then they create their own story. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm. It's all joke. I'm joking. I haven't really played these games. I watched the gameplays of all of them though. I this is how I like to consume games. I like to watch the gameplay because I'm not a gamer. I'm not very talented in playing games. I really appreciate the storytelling of video game format. I think it's very interesting and new, and a lot of cool shit can be done with it. It's still ongoing, by the way, the story of FNAF. It's just keeping evolving, and I chime in every once in a while and binge watch all the videos. I love that there are mysteries that are unsolved from the very early games. It is so bonkers. Like, you can lose your mind with it, and it is so fun. Oh, there are books. If you're into that, if you wanna check out the story of FNAF, definitely check out the Game Theorists channel. They have like, I don't know, 100 videos about it at this point. I guess you could. I guess if you're a newcomer, you could start with the Ultimate Timeline video that he recently made. It's not end all be all of it at all. There's no one story. Oh, there's no one true version of FNAF. It's just a theory. Oh god. I fucking had to. Yeah. I can see how that's becoming addictive. Anyway, so that's the world of FNAF, and the world of game theories, I guess. Um, I mean, they have like what, 10 million subscribers. If you're even slightly into that side of the internet, you probably know about it. This prompt golden is kind of a tribute to FNAF, I guess, at this point. Which is great because I really love FNAF and I really spent a lot of time watching FNAF videos. So it's nice to see my deep FNAF knowledge to be useful this way. If I was more patient and organized, I would become a FNAF theory channel. But I truly cannot, and I appreciate the works of the theorists. It's the end of the video. This was the prompt 6, and we got through it. Yay! And see you in the next one.